Hello, everyone, and welcome to this hands on lab on Amazon Bedrock Data Automation or BDA. In our lab today, we will learn how to create a BDA project with custom output configuration to extract information from an image. So let's get started. These are some reference URLs that I've mentioned over here. I would certainly recommend that you visit these URLs as they have additional information on this particular topic. I've also created a playlist on my channel on Amazon Bedrock. The URL is mentioned right here at the bottom. As I create additional tutorials and labs, I will have them added to this playlist. Both the reference URLs and the URL to the Amazon Bedrock playlist will be mentioned in the description of this video. Prerequisites for this particular lab is knowledge of Amazon Bedrock Data Automation or BDA. Hence, if you do not know what this service is about, please refer to this overview tutorial that I had created some time back. Also, you will need to know how to create a custom blueprint in order to generate a custom output. So I had created this lab last week. The URL is mentioned right here. Please do this lab before. I will be walking through some of the steps of creating custom blueprint, but not in as detail as I have explained in this particular lab. So doing this lab will definitely be helpful, but if you know how to already create a custom blueprint, then you can certainly proceed further along. The links to the tutorial and the hands-on lab will be mentioned in the description of this video. Steps for our lab today. So we will be going to Bedrock Data Automation projects. We'll be creating a BDA project, editing the project, selecting custom output, adding a blueprint. If an existing blueprint is there, then we will add that blueprint to a project or we will create a new blueprint for an image, generate that blueprint, save and exit the blueprint prompt. Sorry, this should be prompt. And finally test our project using sample files. So let me quickly switch to the console. So this is Bedrock. Let me scroll down over here to data automation, custom output setup. And over here, actually, you know what? I'll first go here and create a project. I'm going to say NAM custom output project. Create a project. And now you can see that you can either have a standard output or a custom output or custom and standard output. And finally, you can test and deploy. And in a custom output, we do not have any blueprints. So either we can add an existing blueprint or we can create a blueprint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and create a blueprint. And over here, I'm going to choose a file. I'm going to choose an image. So I'm going to choose this particular image, click on open, upload the file, and generate the blueprint. Now, generating the blueprint should take some time. Hopefully, it generates really very fast. And we are basically using AI to generate the blueprint. Once the blueprint is generated, we will save and add it to our project. Okay, so I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to say NAM Pick Blueprint. I'm going to say NAM Custom Pick Blueprint. Create this blueprint. And it's still loading all the extractions. It's going to take a few more minutes. And please, while you're generating the blueprint, as it's telling you up on the top, keep this browser tab open. And once our extractions are generated over here at the bottom, we will basically save and exit this blueprint prompt. Okay, so the results have been generated. Our extractions are right here at the bottom. This is time for us to save and exit the blueprint prompt, and a custom blueprint has been created. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to add it to a project. So, existing project, this is a project, override configuration, and our blueprint have been added to our project. So, see BDA project detail. So, this is a standard output. And now, if you go to custom output, we should be able to see our blueprint right here. And now it is time for us to edit and see what is there. So this blueprint has been added. This is a standard output. I'm not going to play around with the standard output at this time. But since a custom blueprint has been added, we are good to go. So cancel. And it's time to test our project for custom output. So upload from a computer. I'm going to choose a file. I'm going to choose this particular image, open, generate results. And we will be more interested in seeing what our custom output configuration is generating this time. So standard output, we already know it works. I've already created a lab for this. You can find it on my channel. But this time around, we are more interested in the custom output using our custom blueprint. So hopefully it should be generated. There it is. Now go to custom blueprint. And this is a blueprint right here. You can also download the JSON, and these are the different fields or attributes. Now let us look at the result. So I'm downloading the JSON. Let's open the results. There is our JSON. So let me double click and open it. And there it is. So if I can zoom in a little, let's see, hopefully it zooms in. Okay, it's not. So this is what it's saying. This is a blueprint. Name is Retail Commercial Building Exterior version 1. And what it is telling me is that the name of the building is exterior signage is actually Jungfrau, but that's fine. Architectural style is building appears to be a traditional and modern elements with distinctive tower-like structure at the top. And landscape and greenery is true. Signage and branding is Jungfrau and top of Euro. Okay, so this is what it has generated. Let us see what's there in the non-reference table, table inference fields, sorry. And again, these are the different fields along with the results that we just saw as JSON. So these are the results that have been generated using our custom blueprint. So the architectural style, the name of the building, foot traffic, landscaping, and greenery, signage, and branding. Now, of course, you can choose another file. Let's see if I can use the same file that I had used earlier to create this blueprint. And I don't know if I have any other pictures. Let's see if I have any other pictures. I might actually copy this one. So let me copy this. Let me copy this one right here. Paste. And let's see what this one has to say. Generate results. We will look at our custom output this time around. And hopefully the output is available in a few minutes. Okay, let's look at the custom output, the architectural style for traffic and all of that. And what are some of the results? So it is send your pic. Okay, so let me actually download the JSON. Let's open up the JSON. So this is a JSON right there. And it's basically telling us that there's no building name, foot traffic is not there, architectural style, mix of modern elements. There's a colorful mural depicting Eiffel Tower, which is pretty good. Uh, in an iconic Parisian landmark, suggesting connection to French or Parisian architecture and design, which is perfect. Landscaping and greenery is true. Signage and branding is basically saying born anniversary. With the hash, send your pic. So this is pretty good. It actually picked up a lot of things that are seen in this particular picture. Right? So we can actually find a couple of things written over here, right up at the bottom where my mouse is. Let me see if I can go to this picture, double click it, open it up, and you can zoom in a little to see. So there is Eiffel Tower right here. This is born anniversary, and somewhere at the top you will see send your pic with the hash, win the chair something, and there is additional thing that is written at the top. Uh, so it has basically captured most of the information that is mentioned in this particular pic. So this is how you go about creating a custom blueprint and then generating custom output. Now, of course, if you want to add additional fields to your blueprint, that is also possible. So hopefully this lab was helpful. Do post your comments. This is it from me today. And thank you and have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.